everyone, Dr. Melissa here, and today we're going over yoga for pelvic floor prolapse and your hips. If you do not have a prolapse, don't go running on out of here because it's going to be a great class for you to really open up those tight hips. If you've been feeling a lot of pressure or pain down along your pelvic floor, notice that those hips are really tight. This is the perfect class for you. If you end up liking this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button down below so that I know. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on anything. One thing that you might want to grab before we get started, go grab your yoga block. If you don't have that, you can use a pillow just as easily. So go grab your mats and let's do this. Alrighty, let's get right into it. So go ahead and grab your block and let's get down on our backs. And you're just gonna get nice and heavy for a moment and you're just checking in with everything. Check in, see what you're noticing, bringing attention to our lower abdominals, our pelvic floor, our hip area, and just checking in to see what you notice. Since this is a great class dealing with prolapse, it's also, if you're having tight hips, it can really help loosen those up. And it's all about bringing awareness to our body. So take a nice gentle breath in. We're gonna breathe out into the sides of our rib cage. Keep that breath out of your chest, into that side, and then just exhale, let it go. Now we're gonna take that block and you're gonna put the block underneath your sacrum. So that triangle bone right at the low back, you want to make sure this is just below belt line, and it should feel very comfortable, very supportive and relaxed. And if you don't have a block, you can use a bunch of pillows instead. Nice gentle breath in, kind of sinking into this, relaxing the neck and the shoulders. And we're going to take our hands and just put our hands at that bottom of the rib cage. We're expanding out into the sides and the back of your rib cage, this 360-degree back breath. When we breathe in, our diaphragm goes down. As we exhale, the diaphragm recoils and comes back up, and it pulls on our lower abdominals and our pelvic floor muscles. So cool, breathing works on our core. Nice, gentle breath in, and exhale, let it go. You're gonna hear me talking you through a lot of this, and it's just so that you understand what's going on with your body. So as we're breathing, this is the most important part that you get with our practice today, is when you inhale, that diaphragm goes down. Exhale, try blowing through a closed straw, like a, and you'll feel that connection in the lower body. Nice, gentle breath. We'll take one more here. And then on your next breath, slowly bring those knees in towards your chest. You might have to adjust the block up or down a little bit. And those knees come in towards your chest. Same thing with that breathing out to the sides of the rib cage. Exhale, letting it go. Good, let's take one more nice gentle breath in as we're inhaling, connecting with that pelvic floor. So we inhale, think of opening pelvic floor muscles. And as you exhale, a very gentle lift and close. Good. On your next exhale, we're going to straighten our right leg towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bend that right knee. Good. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Couple more. Following your breath. Keeping the neck and shoulders nice and relaxed, and that breath out of your chest. Gently going back and forth. Good, one more on that left-hand side. And then you're gonna let those knees just gently fall out towards the side. So neck and shoulders get heavy. You can rest your arms down by your side. You can also take your hands and support on the outside of those thighs if they need. You can also grab hold of your shins and just add a little bit more resistance. We're gently stretching those inner thigh muscles. Nice, gentle breaths. Exhale, letting it go. Neck and shoulders are nice and relaxed. Just notice how the breath is slowly changing. Notice how your hips feel right now. Notice any different sensations that you're feeling in that body. The biggest thing, breath connection with lower abdominals and pelvic floor. Good, then slowly bring those legs back together. We're gonna place those feet back down on the ground and just gently take that block out, and then we're gonna bring our knees back in towards our chest, gently rocking from side to side. We'll straighten those legs back out, and we're gonna have that connection with our lower abdominals on the exhale here. This is where I want you to feel it. You're gonna take a nice gentle breath in. Make sure we have a slight little arch in our low back. We don't wanna be pressing and jamming our back down in towards the ground. Exhale, lift our right leg up, and then bring it back down. Exhale, lift, and bring it back down. Now, if this feels like too much and you're feeling some pressure in your back to pressure down your pelvic floor muscles, you can bend the knee and tap that foot down on the ground. Exhale, lift, and tap. It's really important to listen to your body here, and that's how you're gonna be able to build up and progress with these exercises. So picking which one is best for you. Exhale, lower abdominals is where you wanna feel it, and you also wanna make sure your lower abdominals isn't bulging out. If you notice that, use that exhale a little more, thinking of lifting with the pelvic floor, and then maybe shorten your range a little bit too. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. Whichever one you're working on. Awesome, last one. Exhale, lower abdominals. Great, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. So that leg can be bent, or you keep the leg straight. And just relax the neck and shoulders. Just stay connected with the breath. Compare, how does your left side feel compared to your right side? Use the breath, feeling it in that lower abdominal area. Awesome work, we're gonna do 3 more. Keep lengthening out through that left heel. Last one. Good. Then place both feet on the ground, and we're gonna roll onto our right hand side. Couple options here. So you can stay down with you cradling that right side of your head. You can prop yourself up onto your right forearm. We're gonna make sure our shoulders and hips are stacked. That left hip stays rolled forward, and kick your left leg back, reaching out through the back heel. We're pressing into that right forearm so you feel that side muscles kicking on. And then we're gonna kick the leg back and then bring the leg in front. Trying to keep the upper body still. You're gonna feel those glutes kicking on from side to side, kicking it forward and backwards. Keep using that breath. Awesome work. It's all about using this intra-abdominal pressure system. So when we hold our breath, that's when you can feel a lot of pressure down in your pelvic floor. Why you wanna keep breathing and not holding your breath. Awesome work. We'll just do a couple more here. Keep lengthening out through the hip. And the hips are really important for our pelvic floor muscles as well, because one of your hip rotator muscles attaches onto those pelvic floor muscles. Good, last one. And then we're gonna bring it into a child's pose. But before we come into child's pose, you're gonna curl your toes underneath and then just gently sink those hips back. The head come down. Notice if your feet want to roll to the outside. See if you can keep the heels facing the ceiling and keep pressing those hips back. So the bottom of our feet are really important to our pelvic health as well. Everything is connected. So working on loosening up the tissues and our fascia in the bottom of our feet and getting those muscles stimulated, because our muscles on the bottom of our feet are innervated by the same nerves as our pelvic floor muscles. Good, take one more breath in here. Exhale, let it go. And then you're gonna pull yourself, come all the way back up. And now we're heading over towards that left hand side. So come down onto your left hand side so you can come all the way down and kick that leg back. Or you can stay propped up onto that left forearm. Hips stay rolled forward, kick that leg straight back. You're pressing into the left forearm, exhaling, start to kick it back, and then inhale, bring that leg forward. And just compare this side to your other side. Keep reaching through that back heel using your breath. You can make the range of motion as big or as small as you want, really focusing on control and your breath. When you kick the leg back, you're gonna feel those glute kicks on. As you kick it forward, you might feel the lower abdominals kick on a little bit more. And just check and see, do you notice a difference from your left side to your right side? Keep pressing into that left forearm. Good for 3, 2, last one. Awesome job. Now you're gonna come onto tabletop position. Onto those hands and knees, we're gonna grab hold of the block. And if you don't have a block, you can use a pillow. So just put the block in between those knees. You're gonna have a gentle squeeze of that block. Press into your forearms. And as you're squeezing the block, we're gonna pull our chin in towards our chest, press into the palms, round everything out, kind of tuck that tailbone underneath. And then keep squeezing the block as you start to lift the tailbone. Sink the chest down, lift your head up. Good, squeeze that block, pull your chin in towards your chest, round out, tuck that tailbone underneath. And then we're gonna lift the tailbone up. Slowly sink that chest down, head comes up. Awesome, we're gonna do one more time, still gentle squeeze. Chin in towards the chest, press into those palms, tuck that tailbone. And then we're gonna lift the tailbone, sink that chest, head lifts up. Awesome work. Now coming into neutral position with that tabletop. So we have a slight little tilt in the tailbone. Careful, you don't wanna tuck the hips underneath. So you've got that little arch in your low back, you're pressing into your palms, your head's lifting up. We're gonna squeeze the block on our exhale and bring our right arm to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, squeeze and tap. Now if it feels like it's a lot trying to coordinate this, you can keep the hands and just exhale, squeeze the block, and we're feeling it in the lower abdominal area. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Maybe we tap and move the arms. But it's all in what you're feeling. You don't want to feel any pressure or pain down in that pelvic floor area. And it's working your way up, so really listen to your body. So we exhale, gentle squeeze, and we're exhaling before we move that arm. It helps get that pressure system going. Awesome work. We're gonna do one more each side. Good. And then we'll just take that block out and sink your hips back. Walk those arms out in front. Let your head get super heavy. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Take one more breath. Exhale, let it go. You're gonna inhale, pull yourself, come back up. You can curl those toes underneath, lift your hips coming up into a down dog. So pressing those heels down, press into your palms, nice breath in. And 2 options here. So you can either take that right foot and just step your right foot straight forward, or you can drop your left knee down and take that right foot, come in front. Curl the toes and come back up underneath. If you have that block, we're gonna bring our block with us. We're pressing into those feet, come all the way up into a crescent lunge. So you're pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, press down into those feet. Nice breath in. We're gonna grab the block in front. Inhale, lift those arms up overhead. We're careful not to overarch and flare our ribs. So you're dropping the rib cage down. And this might be enough right here for you holding this position. You can even take a little shorter of a stance. Exhale, we're holding, pressing into the block. If you would like to add on, squeezing the block on your exhale, rotating over that front leg. Inhale, bring it back up towards center. Exhale, press and rotate. Inhale, lift back up. Awesome, one more time, exhale, rotate. You're feeling that right hip kicking on, pressing that right heel in towards the ground. And then hinge forward. Hands come down towards the ground, and then we'll just lift those hips up and back, coming into that down dog again. Press those heels down towards the ground. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Okay, option one, take that left leg, step it forward. Or you can always drop down to that right knee, step that left foot forward, curl the toes and come up. Grabbing hold of that block. Rib cage is soft, take those arms up overhead. Exhale, press and rotate if you're rotating, or maybe you're just working on holding and using your breath. Listen to that body. Exhale, rotate and twist. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, press and twist. We're softening the left toes. We're spreading the toes and driving that left heel in towards the ground. Awesome work. Last one. Good. And then we'll take that block, place it back down. Step it back, lift those hips, come up and back, down dog. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. And slowly pull yourself forward. And then we're gonna come down to a comfortable seated position, coming into double pigeon to open up those hips. We're gonna first take that right leg in front, and then your left ankle can come in front of your right knee, or you can take that left ankle, left ankle on top of your right knee. And you're just seeing if you can get those sit bones nice and even towards the ground, lengthening up through the crown of your head, and you're doing that same breath. So we're breathing out into the sides of our rib cage. Exhale, letting it go. And observe how this feels. So noticing the rotation in this left hip, where you're feeling that stretch. Maybe you're feeling it more on your right side. If you feel super comfortable and you're like, I got this, fold forward. You can lean forward over those legs. I'm totally gonna chill right here. This is a really big stretch. Just working on opening up that hip. Using your breath. Out into the rib cage. Exhale, let it go. And then see if you can connect in with that pelvic floor too. So we're inhale, thinking opening pelvic floor muscles. Exhale, gentle lift and close. It's kind of the gist of the whole practice. Inhale, using that breath, opening pelvic floor. Exhale, very gentle lift and close. Little different way of doing that Kegel exercise instead of that bearing down. With the prolapse, we want to be very careful of not like pushing and bearing down with things. Awesome, we've got one more breath here. And then exhale, come on out, bring those legs straight out in front. Just give yourself a little bit of a shake, and then we're heading over towards the other side. So take that left leg in. So you can take the right leg in front of that left knee, or the right ankle on top. And what do you notice from side to side? Is there a difference? Do you feel less of a pulling? Do you have more range of motion? And it's absolutely okay to notice those differences and not judging it and trying to change. You're just observing and seeing what's going on in your body. And it'll slowly open up over time. Good, take another nice breath in. Just use your breath to keep sinking in, opening those hips. And if you've got this, you can fold it on forward. Awesome work. We'll take one more breath on this side. Good, and then bring yourself back up. Those legs come out in front and just give them a little bit of a shake. Then we're gonna grab our block, come onto our back for one more exercise. You're coming all the way down. We're gonna take the block, place it under that sacrum again. So that triangle bone just below belt line. And then you're just gonna gently let those knees fall out towards the side. Using your breath. If you have pillows and you want to try to put some pillows underneath those thighs, it might feel a little more supportive for you in this position. And we're going right back to that rib cage breathing. We're breathing out. Exhale. Good. You can even put your hands on the rib cage just to get that breath, and we'll just be here for a moment. Good, let's take one more breath in here. Exhale, let it go. We'll slowly bring those legs back towards center. Take that block out. Just lengthen out. Reach those arms all the way up overhead. Stretch out through those fingertips. And just notice how your body might feel a little different on the mat than when we first started. Exhale, bring everything back down by your side. Gently roll onto your side and just press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And we're gonna take one last deep cleansing breath in. Lift those arms, come all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. Awesome job in your Yoga for Pelvic Floor Prolapse class today. Remember to thank your body for all of its awesome work during your practice, and consistency is going to be the key in learning how to keep working this intra-abdominal pressure core system for optimal performance. If you want to continue to keep learning more about this system, check out my link down below. It is my free 5-minute to core and pelvic floor challenge, where within just 5 minutes a day, you'll really start to notice a difference. And don't forget, if you're new around here, to hit that subscribe button. And I would love to know which one was your favorite exercise down below in the comments. Until next time, I'll catch you later. Namaste.